All right, gentlemen, listen up. You are being robbed and you don't even realize it. Every single day, your hard-earned money is being drained from your pockets silently and steadily, leaving you weaker and poorer. You may be aware of the fact that there's an assault on financial literacy, but you're not realizing that your financial strength, your freedom, is the primary target. Here's the harsh truth. The most effective way to control a man is by controlling his finances. It is the building block of independence, and it directly reflects a man's power. The thinner your wallet, the more pathetic and easy to control you become. It's time to fight back and take control of your finances. Today we'll discuss 6 critical financial mistakes that are emptying your pockets. And I'll tell you how to stop them. So brace yourselves. Mistake number 1. Ignorance towards financial education. Gentlemen, let's face it. Our education system has failed us. We can calculate the hypotenuse of a triangle, debate the symbolism in Hamlet, and name the elements on the periodic table. But when it comes to managing money, most of us are lost. And that's not an accident. It's by design. Keeping us ignorant about finances makes us compliant, manipulable. We are not equipped to handle the financial battles that life throws at us. And that's the weapon used against us, our own ignorance. This is your wake-up call. Refuse to be the financial victim of your own unawareness. Make it your mission to educate yourself about money. Dive deep into financial literature, absorb podcasts, take courses, participate in financial discussions. And remember, having a library of knowledge is useless if you don't put it to use. Apply what you learn. Experiment. Make mistakes and learn from them. Don't just acquire knowledge, transform it into wisdom. Money is a game, and you must learn the rules to win. Remember, the most expensive thing in the world is ignorance. Knowledge without application is merely trivia. It's as good as not knowing. Don't just be a listener or a reader, be a doer. Knowledge is potential power. Applied knowledge is real power. Harness it. Mistake number 2, living above your means. This one's an insidious trap, men, one that ensnares many. The allure of the shiny new car, the prestige of designer brands, the thrill of lavish vacations. They're all weapons of mass distraction, designed to play on your desire to be seen, to be envied. It's a deadly game of show and tell that society pushes us into. But remember, it's all a mirage, a sly seduction into a cycle of debt and financial insecurity. It's like a boa constrictor that lures you in with its enchanting dance and then slowly but surely strangles you. Listen up, fellas. If your earnings are being outpaced by your expenses, you're not living, you're merely surviving. You're digging your own financial grave with a platinum shovel. It's high time you drop that shovel and start climbing out of that hole. Wealth isn't about showing off your money. It's about growing your money. It's about sowing seeds today that will bear fruit tomorrow. Wealth is not in material possessions, but in financial independence. The magic doesn't lie in the $3,000 suit, but in the $3,000 invested wisely. So, gentlemen, take a good hard look at your life. Slash those unnecessary expenses. Live not just within, but below your means. Let your finances breathe. The path to wealth is paved with spending less, saving more, and investing wisely. Living above your means is like running a race with a broken leg. You might be moving, but you're just causing more damage. Cut the cord on excess spending and anchor yourself in the strong foundation of financial discipline. Your future self will thank you. Mistake number 3, not investing. Now this one is a silent killer, men. Having money in your bank account and not investing is like having a tank but not using it in battle. Your hard-earned money, your soldiers, are just sitting idle while the enemy, inflation, is on a rampage. It's gnawing away at your wealth year after year, making your hard-earned money worthless. It's like a virus, eating you from the inside, slowly and steadily. The only antidote to this lethal enemy is investing. Whether it's the stock market, real estate, or starting your own venture, the idea is to mobilize your idle money. Make your money work for you. Let it fight the battle against inflation and come out victorious. Your bank account is not a lazy couch for your money to rest. It's the headquarters planning the next strategic move. But don't mistake investing for gambling. It's not about throwing your money and hoping it doubles. That's a fool's game. It's about studying, understanding, and strategizing. It's about knowing the terrain before sending your soldiers into battle. You don't jump into a boxing ring without knowing how to throw a punch, right? The same goes for investing. Learn about the markets, understand the dynamics of real estate, comprehend the nuances of running a business. Then, and only then, should you put your money on the line. It's your hard-earned wealth we're talking about here, men. Don't let greed blind you. Be a general, not a gambler. Be wise, be patient, be strategic. Don't just play the game, master it. Let your money sweat and toil. Let it bear the fruits of your strategic decisions. Investing isn't just about making more money. It's about securing your future. It's about winning the war against inflation. And most importantly, it's about achieving financial freedom. Remember, in the battlefield of wealth, you're not just a soldier. You're the general, and your decisions will determine your financial destiny. Mistake number 4, credit card debt. Now this one right here, it's a silent predator stalking you, waiting to pounce when you're weak. Those shiny pieces of plastic in your wallet? They're not your allies, men. They're wolves disguised in sheep's clothing, waiting to tear into your financial stability. The instant gratification they offer? It's a poisonous apple, tempting you with instant pleasure. But the pain that follows, it's long-lasting, it's destructive. Credit cards give you the illusion of affordability. Just because they let you take home that big screen TV or that high-end phone today doesn't mean you should. They whisper sweet nothings in your ear. They tell you, buy now, pay later. But remember, men, every debt you take on is a claim on your future earnings. The trap of minimum payments keeps you chained in a never-ending cycle of debt. The interest, the late payment fees, they're like leeches, slowly sucking away at your financial health. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. So listen up, it's time to break free. Pay off your credit card debts as soon as possible. Get out of the chokehold they have on your finances. And remember, just because you can buy it doesn't mean you should. Be disciplined. Prioritize your needs over wants. Master your desires. Don't let those shiny pieces of plastic master you. The path to financial freedom is paved with discipline and smart decisions. Don't let credit card debt become the shackles that bind you. Break free, break out, and take control. Remember, your financial destiny is in your hands. Handle it with care. Mistake number 5, not having an emergency fund. Now this, gentlemen, is the unseen armor, the silent guardian that stands between you and financial ruin. Life, it's unpredictable. It's a roller coaster ride filled with twists and turns. One moment you're on top of the world, and the next, you're in a free fall. A job loss, a medical emergency, or any unexpected expenditure can storm in like an uninvited guest and shatter your financial peace. If you're not prepared, if you don't have an emergency fund, you're setting yourself up for a financial disaster. You're like a warrior heading into battle without a shield. You're vulnerable, you're exposed. Listen, gentlemen, your emergency fund is your financial lifeline. It's your fortress against the stormy seas of uncertainty. It's the war chest you need to safeguard your future. Aim to save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Think of it as insurance against financial disasters. Just as a warrior dons his armor before heading into battle, you need to build up your emergency fund before facing the uncertainties of life. This is your buffer, your safeguard. This is what ensures that when life throws a punch, you can take it and keep moving forward. Mistake number 6, chasing money over passion. Let me paint you a picture, a man working tirelessly 80 hours a week, sacrificing his health, his relationships, his happiness, all for the sake of money. His pockets are full, but his spirit is empty. He's lost in a sea of wealth, yet he's utterly miserable. Now tell me, is that the life you envision for yourself? Yes, you need money. It's the tool that enables freedom, comfort, and possibilities. But gentlemen, there's a twisted irony here. What's the point of having all the money in the world if you're living a joyless life? Is that victory? Or is that a soul-crushing defeat disguised as success? Here's the untold secret. Find what you love. Find what sets your soul on fire. It could be anything: writing, programming, teaching, or even baking. Ignite that passion, work on it, and become the best in your field. Remember, when you're passionately involved in your work, it doesn't feel like a burden. It becomes an extension of who you are. You live, you breathe, you excel in it, and as a result, the money will follow. You see, when you chase money, it's an endless run. But when you chase passion, you're running a race with a rewarding finish line. It's the journey that enriches your life, and the money, that becomes a satisfying byproduct of a life well lived. Listen up, gentlemen. The road to financial independence and wealth is not paved with get-rich-quick schemes, reckless spending, or uncontrolled debt. It's built on discipline, wisdom, and a deep understanding of how money works. Remember, money in itself is not the end goal. It's merely a tool that allows you to live life on your terms, to create, to contribute, and to grow. Before we wrap this up, I want you to take a moment and reflect on these mistakes we discussed. How many of them are you making right now? What changes can you implement today? Remember, the power to transform your financial life is in your hands. No one is going to do it for you. This might seem overwhelming, but the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. I assure you it's worth it. I want to remind you, being a man is not about being perfect. It's about acknowledging your mistakes, learning, and evolving. So rise up, learn from these mistakes, and march towards financial independence. As always, if you want to level up in life, hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, stand tall, stand proud, and let's conquer this world together.